this workout that I'm doing with you now is something a little bit different than what we've done before. It's called the 5x5 workout, that's what I've labelled it as anyway. So I'll briefly go over what it entails. So it's 5 minutes of exercise, and you can repeat it up to 5 times if you want to. Okay, so potentially you're going to be getting in 25 minutes of exercise between your warm up and your cool down. Okay, if you only want to repeat the exercises 2 or 3 times to begin with, that's absolutely fine. Okay, you don't have to do the full 5 rounds and repeat the exercises 5 times. Okay, you can use this video as a progression video, so you can start off with 1 or 2 rounds and then progress on in a few weeks time to 3 or 4 or even 5. Okay, so the only thing you're really going to need for this particular video is your hand weights, your cans, your bottles, whatever it is that you're using as your hand weights. Okay, you can choose to use them or choose not to use them. I will use them to demonstrate the exercises. You guys don't have to use them if you don't want to. Okay, as I said, there's going to be 5 minutes of exercise. It's going to be incorporated different exercises within the minutes, but don't worry, I shall run through those with you as we start each exercise. Okay, so I won't just go straight in and confuse you. Okay, so as normal, if you've got any changes in your symptoms, your health, your medication, then please don't attempt to exercise until you've spoken to your GP, or if you give me a call on the hotline number, then obviously I can give you a bit of advice and advise you what to do. Okay, so we're going to start with our normal warm-up, the normal warm-up that I do. So we're going to march on the spot. Okay, so again, don't worry about keeping up with my pace. If my pace is a bit too quick for you, then you just do what you can, and think about your RPE, how you're feeling, and how quickly you're reaching, you know, sort of your breathlessness and stuff like that. If you're a pulmonary patient, think about your breathing as well. So you don't want to be starting at a level 4. Okay, you want to be around about a 2 to a 3 in the middle of your warm-up. Okay, so taking your feet and pointing forward, so we're going to do a toe tap. I'm going to point down to the floor, exaggerate the movement in the ankle by pointing the toe down just to stretch out your ankle joint, and keep a nice fluid motion and keep your momentum going. Okay, and from there we'll go back to marching. So again, you don't have to worry too much about raising your knees too high. Okay, if you want to, then by all means you can, but think about how quickly you increase in your RPE. You don't want to be doing that too quick. Okay, so digging your heels now, so exaggerating the heel dig into the floor, pointing your toes up towards the ceiling, giving yourself a nice stretch in the back of your ankle and the back of your calf. You should be feeling that. Do a few more reps of that and back to a march. Okay, back to marching. So again, incorporate your arms if you want to keep your momentum going. Think about your breathing, think about your RPE. If you're feeling out of breath already, you're going too fast. Okay, so take your marches a bit wider than hip width apart. Moving your arms, incorporate your arms to increase your heart rate a bit more. Okay, we're going to hold it there. We're going to do our side bend, so bending over to your right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8, back to centre, opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8, back to centre, and hold arms out in front, rotate round for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8, holding it there for a few seconds, feeling the stretch in your lower back, back to centre. Opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8, back to centre and march. Okay, just shake it out, keep your arms nice and loose. Going to take it back to your heel digs now, so exaggerating that dig again, pointing the toes up to the ceiling. And then we're going to bring in the arms, do a bicep curl, just to incorporate a bit more into the movement. Get you a little bit warmer in the upper body. And then we're going to check behind you, and then we're going to toe tap behind. There's nothing behind me because I'm in an empty room, but just check behind you and then toe taps to the back. Use your arms for momentum if you want to, or just have them on your thighs in front. And then bring in your arms again if you can, just to use and utilise the upper body a bit more. Okay, back to marching. This time I want you to pump your arms through a little bit, exaggerate the movement a little bit more, just like we do in class. Get your knees a little bit higher if you can, and then we're going to take it into a side step. So step in side to side. And then we're going to flick our heels up behind us, so as though we're going to kick our bums, transferring your weight onto each leg as you kick the opposite leg up. Nice fluid motion, no stop starting. And then we're going to bring in our arms if you can. Just incorporate that upper body again. And back to marching. Okay, we're going to hold it there. We're going to do some stretches now. So right leg forwards, left leg back. Take your arms out behind you and gently lift away. You should feel a stretch across the front of your chest. Then we're going to transfer our weight to our back leg, straighten our front leg, bend towards your toes, keeping your back nice and straight and your head up. Put your weight through that back leg. Sorry, front leg. Bend your knees on the way up. Left leg forwards, right leg back, arms out in front. We're going to transfer your weight to your back leg, straighten your front leg, bend towards your toes, nice straight back, and keep your head up. Hold it there for a few seconds, feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Bend your knees on the way up and back to marching. We're just going to get some mobility now, so roll your shoulders forwards, get your shoulders nice and mobile, ready for some exercise. And roll them back. And then we're going to keep marching and we're going to punch forwards, warming up the upper body a bit more. And then we're going to punch the ceiling. Remember not to lock out your arms and your elbows. And then punch forward again. Keeping the marching in if you can. Okay, hold it there. Arms out in front, and then we're going to speedball round. Keep your marching if you can. Speedball high, just above your face if you can. And then speedball low. And back to centre. Okay, we're going to hold it there, feet hip width apart. Now you can either twist from side to side or you can bob from side to side, whichever feels most comfortable. I tend to bob, but if you want to twist, just make sure you're twisting the whole of your body and not just doing that. Okay, I want to see your legs incorporated into the movement. And then I want you to add in a punch, corner to corner. So imagine you're in a box and you're punching corner to corner in that box. And then you're going to punch overhead, so take it over to each side. And then back to corner again. Okay, hold it there. We're going to do hands out in front. We're going to do high knees. So if you can't quite get your knees higher than hip level, then just take your hands a little bit lower. But if you can go a bit higher than hips, then great. For those that want to, you can alternate hands to knees. If not, just stay as you were, just touching both hands alternatively. Okay, we're going to hold it there. We're going to have 2 deep breaths to finish. We're going to breathe in and out and in again and out. Okay, so we've done the main warm up now, so then we're going to go on to the main component, and I'm going to explain the exercises as we go along for you. Okay, so do what you can. If you just want to do 1 run through, 2 run throughs, that's entirely okay, guys. So we're going to do the main component of the exercise now. So as I said, you've got 5 minutes worth of exercise to do, and each minute we're going to split it into 30 seconds of one exercise and 30 seconds of another. Okay, so your first exercise is side steps for 30 seconds, and then we're going to take it into a double side step for the remaining 30 seconds of that minute. Okay, so I'm just going to start the timer just so I can keep up. Okay, so as I said, it's minimal equipment, so you'll only need your hand weights if you want to use them. I'm going to use them for the exercises, but you guys don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, the first exercise, as I've said, is side steps. So we're going to do 30 second side steps and then 30 seconds of a double side step. So what we've done in previous videos. Okay, so we're going to start with side stepping. So making sure you're exaggerating the movement a little bit more than what you do in your warm up. Okay, you want to get some nice big strides going. We're going to do this for 30 seconds and then we're going to switch into a double side step. Okay, so just a few more seconds of this, making sure that you're bringing your feet back together to join. Okay, so we're going to take it to a double side step now. So you can add in a bit of a bend if you want to, or you can just side step. Depends on how much you want to do. Okay, if you want to add in a bit of a bend, a bit of a squat, then you can. Okay, so think of it as a bit of an aerobic type movement. Okay, you're coming up to your 30 seconds now. So then we're just going to march it out so I can explain the next exercise to you. Okay, back to marching. So your next exercise is a 30-second shoulder press and then 30 seconds of squatting. So I'm going to use these, okay? These are my weights. Grab your weights if you want to. So we're going to be marching and shoulder pressing for 30 seconds. So just to run through, that is the shoulder press, okay? So off we go, 30 seconds. So remember what I've said to you before, guys, don't extend so that your elbow locks out, okay? You want to make sure there's a bit of a soft bend in the elbows, okay? Keep going, you've got 10 more seconds. And then we're going to take it into a squat. It's up to you if you want to drop the weights, okay? So get into a position where you can squat down and then back up. That's the movement that you're doing. If you want to take your feet out and a bit wider so you get more of a squat, then you can. I'm not good at narrow squats. If you don't want to use your weights, you can drop your weights down. I'm just going to hang on to mine, okay? So go for 30 seconds. This one's going to get you a bit breathless, so that's completely normal if you're incorporating bigger muscles into the movement. few more seconds. And back to marching. Okay, so your next exercise is boxing jab cross, just like we're doing the warm up, okay? You can use your weights or you can put your weights down, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to use the weights, okay? So assume your boxing stance. As I said, some of you prefer to have 1 foot back, some of you like to be sort of level, it's entirely up to you, okay? So you're going to start by jab crossing, okay? So again, make sure that you're not overextending and that your elbow's not locking out. Nice, fluid movement, no jerky movements, okay? So just going to do 30 seconds of these, and then we're going to do 30 seconds of an uppercut. Okay, a few more seconds. I think my bottle might be leaking, guys. Oh well. Okay, then we're going to take it into an uppercut. So you're going to go up and up. So use your weight, push up, drive it up. Imagine you're knocking your opponent out under the chin. So you bend in your knees, keep your back straight and drive the arm up. Okay, you've got a few more seconds. Okay, and back to a march. You don't need your weights for the next one, so just marching it out. So your next one, oh sorry, you do need your weights, you need to do that for 30 seconds. So we can do a side or a static lunge, okay? So your side lunge, just to demonstrate, is that one. Okay, so you're bending the leg that you're taking out and keeping this leg straight. If you want to do a static lunge, I'll turn to the side, choose whichever leg you want to do and then drop down, okay? You're gonna have to make a switch in 15 seconds, okay? To make sure you've done the opposite leg, okay? So, grab your weights before you start, because you're going to need those for your next exercise. So hanging on to the weights, side lunge or static lunge, I'm going to do side for 30 seconds, okay? But we want to do 15 seconds on each leg, okay? Because otherwise you can have one leg bigger than the other, and you don't want that. Okay, 2 more seconds and then swap. So assume position and then opposite and opposite. Keeping your back nice and straight. Only go as low as you feel is comfortable. Doesn't matter if you don't squat all the way to the floor, it's absolutely fine. Okay, into your next 30 seconds. Marching with your bicep curls. You can do it 2 ways. You can do it palms out, or if you prefer the hammer bicep curl, you can do it palms facing your thighs, okay? So whichever one you feel is most comfortable. All right, you do 30 seconds of this, bit of an active recovery from your lunges. Okay, just a few more seconds on this one, and then we'll go into the last exercise, which is high knees for 30 seconds. Okay, putting your weights away, just marching on the spot, just until I tell you, give you the go ahead to do the next one. So your high knees, you've got hands out in front, just like in the warm up, bringing your knees to your hands if you can. You should be warm enough to be able to do this now. If you're not, or if your mobility is something that stops you and hinders you, then obviously take your hands a bit lower, but try and aim to touch your hands with the top of your thigh and your knee. Okay, so do that for 30 seconds. Then we're going to add in the more cardiovascular element of alternating and reaching. So you're alternating and reaching up as you drive your knee back up and down. So do that for 30 seconds also. Okay, hold it there and then marching it out. Okay, so you've done your 5 minutes of exercise, all right, or thereabouts, depending on who's timing. So what I want you to do is you can repeat this 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times if you want to. Obviously aim for 5 if you're feeling up to it. If you're not, then just do 2 or 3 or 4, depending on what you want to do, okay? So I'm going to go straight into the cool down now. So any of you that want to repeat that again, just rewind and go back. Or if you can remember what we've done, then obviously just carry on and do 30 seconds. There will be a PDF sheet with the exercises on, guys, so if you wanted to print that off, then you can do that, so you've got it in front of you. You don't have to refer to the video, okay? So we'll just cool it down now, so nice slow marching, barely lifting the heels off the floor, okay? And then tap your toes forwards. So exaggerate that movement, really stretch out front of the ankle, and then back to marching. So again, barely lifting your heels, keeping yourself nice and soft in the arms and nice and relaxed. Digging your heels. Driving it down into the floor, keeping your toes pointed up, stretching out the ankle. Back to marching. Okay, hold it there. Arms down by your sides, bending over to your right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8 and take your left arm over to the right. Back to centre, opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8, take your left arm over to the right. Right arm over to the left, I don't know. Back to centre, arms folded in front, rotate right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8. Back to centre, opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8. Back to centre and march. Okay, take your right arm up, cross your chest and keep marching. Take that arm round behind your head. I've done it again. And relax. Left arm up, pull across your chest. Keep your feet moving if you can. And take that arm round behind your head. And relax. Right leg forwards, left leg back, arms out behind you. And place the hands in the small of your back and squeeze your elbows together. So you've got this motion going on. Transfer your weight to your back leg, straighten your front leg, bend towards your toes, nice straight back, head up. Bend your knees on the way up. Left leg forwards, right leg back, arms out in front. And gently raise the arms above your head. Transfer your weight to your back leg, straighten your front leg, bend towards your toes, nice straight back, head up. Bend your knees on the way up. Find something to hold on to if you can. Bring your heel up behind you. Keep your knees together, hips forward. And feel a stretch in the front of your leg. Hold that for a few seconds. Gently release and swap sides. Gently release and back to a slow march. Rolling your shoulders forwards and back. Then hands on hips, rotating around in big circles for 3, 2, 1, back the opposite way for 1, 2, and 3. Feet together, 2 deep breaths to finish. Breathe in and out, and in again and out. Okay guys, that's your 5x5 workout. Hope you enjoyed that.